Hare Krishna. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So we continue reading from Sri Caitanya Caritamrita, Adi-Lila, chapter 5, text 105. Rudra Rupa Dhari Karehe Jagat Samhar, Shrishti Sthiti Pralaya Ichhaya Yanhar. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Assuming the form of Rudra, he destroys the creation. Thus, creation, maintenance, and dissolution are created by his will. Maheshwar or Lord Shiva is not an ordinary living being, nor is he equal to Lord Vishnu. So we are ordinary living beings, right? We are living entities, we are souls, yes, so we are very great, yes, but we are so many souls. There's unlimited number of souls everywhere. There's souls everywhere. You know, when there's bacteria moving around us, these are souls. So in the material world and in the spiritual world, there are even more souls, 3 times more. So that's why we are ordinary. There's so many souls. It's like, you know, on a grass, and we go on the beach, ocean beach, how many grains of sand there are? So many. So like that, they'll say we are souls. Everywhere we are souls. But Lord Shiva is not ordinary living entity. He's not an ordinary soul. But he's also not equal to Lord Vishnu. He's in a category by himself, Shiva Tattva. There's Vishnu Tattva. Vishnu Tattva is Lord Krishna and all his expansions, all his incarnations. We, the living entities, the souls, we are the Jiva Tattva. Now, where's Lord Shiva? He has his own Tattva. He is Shiva Tattva. He is much more than ordinary living being, but yet he's not Lord Shiva. He's not Lord Vishnu. Effectively comparing Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva, the Brahma Samhita says that Vishnu is like milk. Whereas Shiva is like yogurt. Yogurt is nothing like milk, but nevertheless, it is milk also. So Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma explains to us that how do we get yogurt? We get yogurt from milk. So where's Lord Shiva coming from? He's coming from Lord Vishnu. Yes, but once we make the yogurt, we can't turn it back into milk. It can never again yogurt if I say I'll do something and make it into milk. No. So Lord Shiva is his own tattva. Although he's coming from Lord Vishnu, he has his own category, Sadashiv. He lives in the spiritual world. He has his own planet. That is the Sadashiv. Sadashiv in the Vaikuntha world. So Hiranya Garbha Antaryami Jagat Karana Yanra Amsha Kare Kare Virata Kalpana. Here he is the super soul, Hiranya Garbha. So who he? The Lord Vishnu. Huh? So in Lord Vishnu in his form as Lord Shiva, he is destroying the world. Lord Vishnu in his form as Vishnu himself is maintaining. And he's the super soul, Hiranya Garbha, the cause of the material world. The universal form is conceived as his expansion. So the Paramatma is who? Paramatma is a feature of the Supreme Lord. It's not different. It's not different. We are always having so many separatist things. You know, we have to understand God is one, and he has many, many, many incarnations, many expansions. And where does this universal form come? Universal form is his expansion. It is him. It is the Supreme Lord, just for us to understand how this material world belongs to him, for us to understand that how everything material is inside the body of the Lord. So that's the reason this universal form is conceived. It's not eternal. Universal form is not eternal.
So sorry, what is Hiranya Garbha? That is one of
the Lord Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Hiranya Garbha, super soul, the cause of the material world. He's the super soul, Hiranya Garbha.
Oh. So Hiranya Garbha is another name for Garbhodaksha Vishnu?
Yeah.
Or Shirodakshay? No.
So we have to understand many times Shirodakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Mahavishnu,
Yes.
they all three are Vishnu. There's no difference between them. So like, sometimes we will hear that Mahavishnu is the source of all incarnations. That's not wrong. Why? Because Mahavishnu is Shirodakshay Vishnu himself.
Okay.
It's like that. So these three are always, many times they are used.
You can use them, yeah.
Because it's Vishnu himself. It is Lord Vishnu. Only depending on what function he's doing, sometimes then he takes on these different names.
Okay.
Okay, so here.
Okay, these are three Purusha avatars.
The three Purusha avatars.
So
and
they could be used in relation to each other at every time, right?
Yes, and he's called Vishnu. So now he's the super soul, Hiranyagarbha, the cause of the material world. The universal form is conceived of his expansion. So then, because super soul is always referred to the Shirodakshay Vishnu, right? Shirodakshay Vishnu. And then Hiranyagarbha is referred to the material, to the universal form, right? Well, so I'm not sure if you ask me.
No, but I think you're right that because the three could be used in
they always
relation with each other.
Yeah, so if you ask me.
Because we say that Shirodakshay Vishnu comes from, like then those Purusha avatars. So then they are okay. Then he's the direct cause, right?
Yeah, he's the direct.
So that's what that's referring here, because he's the direct cause.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Okay. That's what is the main point is that.
Yeah.
That,
okay.
That the Lord, he is the super soul, he is the Hiranyagarbha, he is the universal form, he is the, the universal form is conceived as his expansion because universal form is actually material.
Okay. Okay, yeah, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So I'm sorry about
no,
exactly
I'm
if
sorry.
you want to know, I'm not very sure now. So Ena Narayana Yanra Amshera Amsha Se Prabhu Nityananda Sarva Avat Tamsha. That Lord Narayan is a part of a plenary part of Lord Nityananda Balaram, who is the source of all incarnations. So we have been speaking of Lord Narayan, Lord Vishnu, Mahavishnu, right? That he's Mahavishnu, he's Garbhodakshay Vishnu, he is maintaining the world, he's the Paramatma. So where is he coming from? He is a part of a plenary part of Lord Nityananda Balaram. All the incarnations are coming from him. That was the point that Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami is trying to tell us. The supermost excellent position of Lord Nityananda. Dashama Shlokera Artha Kaila Vivarna Eka Dasha Shlokera Artha Shunadiyamana. I have thus explained the 10th verse. Now please listen to the meaning of the 11th verse with all your mind. Yashyam Sham Mam Sham Shaha Paratma Khilanam Poshta Vishnur Bhati Dugdha Bhishai Shauni Bharta Yat Kala Sopi Anantas Tam Shri Nityananda Ramam Prapati. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the feet of Shri Nityananda Ram, whose secondary part is the Vishnu lying in the ocean of milk. That Shirodakashay Vishnu is the super soul of all living entities and the maintainer of all the universes. Sheshnag is his further subpart. So here obeisances to Lord Nityananda Ram. Lord Nityananda Ram is Lord Balaramji himself. Lord Nityananda, Lord Balaram. Now he's saying this same Lord Nityananda, Lord Balaram, his plenary portion is Shirodakshay Vishnu, the Paramatma. Paramatma is the one who's maintaining. He's in charge, He's the one whenever there is any problem that Lord Brahma cannot solve, then all the demigods and Brahmaji, they go to Shirodakshay Vishnu at the ocean of milk. It's within this universe. within the universe. But we have to understand, even by being within the universe, Kshirodakshai Vishnu is transcendental. He's spiritual. He does not become material. And Sheshnag is his further subpart. So Nara Yanera Nabi Nala Madhyate Dharani Dara Nira Madhye Sapta Samudra Ye Gani. The material planets rest within the stem that grows from the lotus navel of Lord Narayan. Among these planets are 7 oceans. So here Narayan is also the Garbhodakshai Vishnu. From him is coming the lotus flower. And in that stem of the lotus flower is the entire, all the planets. So, you know, it's like in the stem, inside the stem. And then among these planets are 7 oceans. There's more detailed description of this in Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 5, the structure of the universe. So Tanha Shiro Dahi Madhye Shveta Dvipnam Pala Eta Vishnu Tanra Se Nijadham. There in part of the ocean of milk lies Shveta Dvip, the abode of the sustainer, Lord Vishnu. In the Siddhanta Shiromani and astrological text, the different oceans are described as follows. Now, there are different oceans inside this universe. Our experience is only the ocean of salt water, right? So in Siddhanta Shiromani and astrological text, what are the different oceans? Ocean of salt water, that we know. There's ocean of milk, the ocean of yogurt, the ocean of clarified butter, the ocean of sugarcane juice, the ocean of liquor, and the ocean of sweet water. On the southern side of the ocean of salt water is the ocean of milk, where Lord Kshirodakshai Vishnu resides. He's worshipped there by demigods like Brahma. So there are these different types of oceans: milk, yogurt, clarified butter is ghee, sugarcane juice, liquor, sweet water. You know, so then it depends on the desire of the living entity. Now a living entity may get the desire, oh, I want to go and live in a planet where the oceans are made of sweet water. You know, imagine no need salty water, going through the whole process of, you know, removing the salt. I want to go where there's sweet water. But then again, it's still in the material world. If we get this desire, it will take us there to this ocean of sweet water. But, oh, still in the material world. Not yet in the Vaikuntha planet. Sakala jivera tinho hai antaryami jagat palaka tinho jagatera swami. Oh, this is a bit long. We'll do this tomorrow. We'll stop here.
Okay.
Any comments or any questions?
So we are still understanding the Nityananda Tattva, right?
Yeah, that how great he is, you know, like don't take him to be ordinary person. His position. That all the incarnations are coming from him. He's the one who glances at the material energy. He's the one who's maintaining, creating, maintaining, and annihilating this whole material manifestation. And he's the one who is, by whose energy the spiritual world is also being sustained. So Krishna is doing all his pastimes through Balaram, through Lord Nityananda. You know? Yeah. So thank you so much for listening and enjoying in. Shri Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Shilpa ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare